Tragic truth. Willis Reed died from heart failure at age 80, but what they never told you is how his legendary toughness slowly killed him. The man they called the captain paid the ultimate price for basketball glory. His heroic Game 7 performance in 1970 wasn't just inspiring, it was the beginning of his body breaking down. What really happened to the warrior who fought through pain? The answer will shock you. Willis Reed was born in Louisiana in 1942, a time when basketball was changing. When the New York Knicks drafted him in 1964, nobody expected this 6 feet 9 inches player to become a legend. He was undersized for a center, but Reed had something special, a fierce, hard, and deadly mid-range shot that forced bigger players to respect him. From day one, Reed showed he was different. He won Rookie of the Year in 1965 and quickly earned the nickname the Captain. His teammates looked up to him. Fans loved him. In 1970, he became the first player ever to win MVP for the regular season, All-Star Game, and NBA Finals in the same year. That's basketball greatness right there. But Reed's success came with a dark side nobody talked about back then. The NBA in the 1960s and 70s was brutal. Players fought through injuries that would sideline stars today. There was no load management or advanced medical care. You played hurt or you didn't play at all. Reed lived by this code, and it made him legendary, but it also destroyed him. In 1966, Reed showed just how tough he was in an infamous brawl against the Lakers. When Lakers forward Rudy LaRusso threw elbows at Reed, things got ugly fast. LaRusso threw a punch. Then Darrell Imhoff grabbed Reed from behind to stop the fight. Big mistake. Reed exploded. He flattened Imhoff with one punch, breaking his nose. Then he chased LaRusso to the Lakers bench and landed 2 mighty shots. He broke rookie John Block's nose with a left hook and threw Hank Finkel to the ground. Reed basically fought the entire Lakers team and won. His teammate Phil Jackson later said Reed decimated this team. When Reed asked why his teammates didn't help, Dick Barnett joked, "Man, you was winning." From that day forward, nobody in the NBA messed with Willis Reed. This fight made Reed a legend, but it also showed how he solved problems with his body no matter the cost. Game 7 of the 1970 NBA Finals is the most famous moment in Reed's career, but the real story is more tragic than heroic. In Game 5 against the Lakers, Reed tore a muscle in his thigh so badly he couldn't play Game 6. Without their captain, the Knicks got destroyed. Wilt Chamberlain scored 45 points and grabbed 27 rebounds. The series was tied 3-3. Before Game 7, team doctors made Reed an offer he couldn't refuse. They would give him cortisone shots for his knee pain. He'd been getting those for weeks. But for this game, they'd also inject carbocaine, a powerful painkiller, directly into his torn thigh muscle. The doctors told him it wouldn't cause more damage. They were wrong. Reed limped onto the court during warm-ups. Madison Square Garden exploded. His teammates got emotional. Even the Lakers looked worried. When the game started, Reed hit his first 2 shots. The crowd went crazy. He shut down Wilt Chamberlain, holding him to just 2 made shots. The Knicks won 113-99. Reed played 27 minutes, scored 4 points, grabbed 3 rebounds, and gave 1 assist. But the real numbers that mattered were the shots. Multiple injections of painkillers that let him ignore what his body was screaming. After the game, Reed admitted it hurt like hell. He even left the game briefly after crumpling during a rebound attempt. His body was telling him to stop, but he wouldn't listen. This game made Reed immortal in basketball history. It also started killing him. After 1970, Reed's body began falling apart. The 1971-72 season was a nightmare. Tendinitis in his left knee was so bad he could only play 11 games all season. His mobility was gone. The man who once dominated the paint was now struggling to walk. Reed's medical history reads like a war casualty report. Multiple operations on both knees, torn knee ligaments, at least 3 broken noses, shoulder sprains, bone spurs, even liniment burns from the intense treatments. His coach Red Holzman called Reed's injuries heartbreaks. The numbers tell the tragic story. In 1969-70, Reed played 81 games and averaged 21.7 points. By 1971-72, he was down to 11 games and 13.4 points. His final season in 1973-74, just 19 games. He retired at age 31 rather than face another knee surgery. Reed's career lasted only 10 seasons, when it should have been 15 or more. His body couldn't take the punishment anymore. For decades, people celebrated Reed's Game 7 performance as pure heroism. But there's a darker truth nobody wanted to discuss. Reed didn't just play through pain, he played through medical interventions that would be questioned today. The carbocaine injection was essentially a medical gamble. Modern sports medicine would never allow a player with a torn muscle to receive such powerful painkillers just to play one game. Phil Jackson, who played with Reed and later coached Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, put it best. Reed missed a whole half and three-quarters almost of a game and literally had to have a horse shot, 3 or 4 of them, in his thigh to come back out and play. Today's NBA protects its stars. Load management keeps players healthy for longer careers. But in Reed's era, the culture demanded sacrifice. Players who sat out were weak. Players who played hurt were heroes. Reed was the ultimate hero by 1970s standards. He was also a victim of a system that valued toughness over health. The culture of playing through pain wasn't just about one game or one season. It became Reed's identity. Every time he took the court with an injury, every time he got another cortisone shot, every time he ignored his body's warnings, he was slowly breaking down the machine that made him great. The very toughness that fans loved was eating him alive from the inside. Willis Reed's health problems didn't end with retirement. The years of playing through pain, taking cortisone shots, and ignoring his body's warnings took a lasting toll. In his final years, Reed suffered from congestive heart problems. He needed rehabilitation just to walk. His declining health was so bad he couldn't travel to New York for the 50th anniversary celebration of the 1973 Knicks championship, an event he would have loved to attend. On March 21, 2023, Willis Reed died from heart failure at age 80. While heart problems are common in older adults, Reed's death tells a bigger story about the price of athletic greatness. The progression from severe playing injuries to later life health issues suggests that decades of chronic pain, inflammation, and stress on his body contributed to his decline. Reed's heartbreaking medical history wasn't just career-ending, it was life-shortening. The connection between his playing career and his final health struggles is impossible to ignore. The same body that absorbed punishment from Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the same knees that endured multiple surgeries, the same heart that pumped through cortisone and carbocaine injections, that body eventually gave out. Reed's death wasn't just about old age. It was about a lifetime of putting team success above personal health. Willis Reed's story is both inspiring and tragic. He showed us what leadership looks like under pressure. He proved that heart matters more than size. He gave the Knicks 2 championships and fans memories that last forever. But if we truly want to honor the captain, we need to tell the whole truth. Reed's bravery came with consequences. His willingness to sacrifice his body for team success ultimately shortened his career and may have shortened his life. Reed didn't just give the Knicks his best years, he gave them his knees, his mobility, and eventually his health. The hero we celebrated was also a man who paid a price nobody should have to pay. Today's NBA learned from Reed's sacrifice. Players sit out games to stay healthy. Medical staff protects athletes from themselves. Load management isn't weakness. It's wisdom gained from watching warriors like Willis Reed break themselves for our entertainment. Modern players face criticism for sitting out, but they're actually making the smart choice that Reed never had the luxury to make. Willis Reed will always be the captain, but his legacy should be more than just one legendary game. It should be a reminder that true toughness sometimes means knowing when to stop fighting. His death from heart failure at 80 wasn't just the end of a great life. It was the final chapter of a story that began with a young man who loved basketball so much he was willing to die for it. What do you think about Reed's sacrifice? Was it worth it? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold stories about basketball's greatest legends.